Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we, my darlings? This is a rather kind of serious episode that I wanted to share with you and then give you a little bit of a story time. It came actually up on my feed, and it is of a woman in a car and her son is in the back seat, I think, or beside her, I'm not sure. Needless to say, she gets stopped. I think she gets stopped by a police officer and she's given a ticket. Okay, that's all I will say. You watch and then from there we will discuss. Okay.
Alright, here's your copy of the citation. As far as the money, you don't want to take it? No. Well, it's here to take it because it's your citation.
I don't want it.
That's your citation. That's your citation. That's your citation. That's littering. Step out of the car.
Don't do that. Fuck off my car. I'm not stepping out of the
Mom, chill out.
I'm not calling. Yes, calling. I'm not touching.
Mom, please chill out. Mom, please chill out. Mom,
don't touch me. I'm not stepping out of shit. Call your motherfucking supervisor. You're not the supervisor. Call your supervisor. A supervisor. I'm not stepping out of nothing.
Please chill out.
Get your hand off me. Get your hand off me. I will step out on the supervisor. I'm not stepping out of nothing. Get your hand off me. Get your hand off me. You littered. You dropped the ticket, not me. No, you dropped the ticket, not me. You dropped the ticket, not me. Get your hands off me. You're touching me. Give me the ticket. You're touching me forcibly. You're holding me too tight, and you're being out of line. Y'all see this, right?
Sir, I'm sorry. Can she just get the ticket?
No, you stop. Why are you holding my arm like this?
Because I gave you the
No,
ticket.
you did not. You dropped the ticket, not me. I told you I did not want it. You dropped it. You dropped it. You're doing too much. I'm not afraid of you. Get your hand off of me. You're holding me forcibly for no reason.
Because you need to step
out
out of the car.
Get your fucking hands off me.
Step out of the car.
No, why was that
Is there anything I can do to get you to comply? Look, Mom, he just said take the ticket. You said take the ticket.
No, I did not. You did that.
He said
you
take
threw
the
the
ticket
ticket at
I
me.
gave it to you so you
threw the ticket at me.
and then you grabbed it
Okay,
and threw it out.
give me the
It's
ticket.
on your phone video.
Give me the ticket.
No,
give me the ticket.
We're past that.
Okay.
You're under arrest. Step out of the car, literally.
Okay.
Step out of the car.
No, I'm not.
You're under arrest.
No, when your colonel gets here, then I will step out. I'm not getting out of the car. I'm with my child, and I'm not doing that. Call your father right now.
Step out of the car.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I'll step out when another officer gets here. I'm not stepping out. I don't trust you. You're holding me too strong, and I don't trust you. You don't have to hold me like I'm not going anywhere. Where am I going to go? I'm not going to go. I'm not stepping out of the car. Call your colonel, and I will get out of the car. You're holding me. I'm not resisting arrest. I'm not. What am I under arrest for? What am I under arrest for? I didn't litter. You did that. No, I did not. You did that. You did that. It's all on camera. So when your colonel gets here, then I will step out. I have my child with me. I'm not getting out of the... You have a supervisor, okay? So when your supervisor gets here, then I will step out of the car. Call someone else to come here. There is someone else.
Not right now.
There is someone else. Let me call 911.
Stop.
Get your phone.
Wait, please, sir, stop. No, please stop. Mom, chill out. Mom, wait, stop, sir, please stop. Wait, stop, please stop. Wait, stop, sir, please. Wait, please stop. Stop, please, I'm scared, stop. Wait, stop, please. Wait, please, stop, sir. Wait, stop, please. Wait, please, stop. Wait, stop, please. Okay, I can get out, please, this whole time.
I was in California. My brother and I lived together. He used to drive me to auditions. And this particular evening, I was so tired. So while he was driving, I was in the front seat, but I pushed the seat back and I lay back. So I was lying like this. You did not know I was in the car. That's what I'm trying to say. You did not know I was in the car. You would have thought that it was only him. And might I say that it was really when I was fully aware, when I started driving in California, not so much New York, but in California, that there was a difference between black and white. There was a sense of being as if you were targeted, in a sense. If a police car passed you and saw you, kind of thing, you better be careful because they might kind of stop you. Needless to say, there was a police car that started to follow us, really very close. And Yonju said, "Fumi, there's a police car following us." And they followed us for about 10-15 minutes. Not doing anything, just almost bumper to bumper. So I told Yonju, park to the side, stop, park, so that they can go ahead of us and they can stop and question us for anything. Make sure you have your registration, your insurance, all of that. And indeed, he parked and they came in front, told us to stop. It was only when they came in front that they realized I was sitting there. And when they came, "Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Can we see all of your, documentation that's necessary, your driver's license, your registration, your insurance," of which we gave them. And that was that. And then, they said, "Yes, you can go." There was another instance when I was crossing the street and there was a policeman who was, going back and forth like this. I turned to try to understand what he was saying when another one came and pushed me and said, "Oh, you're going to be under arrest. I need to see your address, where you live and everything." I was shaking, I was upset, I was angry, and I was about to be handcuffed. And I told him I needed freedom so that I could pick up my driver's license, because I had my address on it to show him, of which I gave him. And he gave me a ticket. I took the ticket and I cried. I felt so violated. I was so upset. I was so angry. But I was so sad too, because I knew that if I had not stayed calm, it could have escalated into something else. When the time came, I went downtown, to the courthouse and in front of the judge, because I had refused to pay the ticket. And he asked me why. And I told him what had happened. And I told him that I don't think I did anything wrong. And it was a situation where I wasn't jaywalking. We were told to cross because there was an obstruction on the other, pavement. And that I also came to report him, to report the police officer, because the police officer had to show up, for the way that he behaved. And they threw it out and said I could go. I say this to say, and I cried because, as you very well know, I have a son. You know Adrian. In my waking life, in my waking, walking life, whether they are right, whether you are right, whether they are wrong, whether they are wrong, you are right, you are right, you are wrong, you are wrong, you are right. Never, ever play Russian roulette with somebody you love. And I know you love your son. From the moment that he threw it in the car, drive away. You know why? Because you're not playing games, Russian roulette with your son. I would never have ever have done that with Adrian. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm very sorry, sir. I appreciate it. let me go with my child. Do you know what that could have escalated into? And the poor boy, Mom, calm down. Mom, he said it from the get-go. You refused. Because you are hot-headed, because you want to justify, because he's racist, because he's white, you are black. It doesn't matter. Not while your son is in the car. That's all I'm saying. That's all I am saying. I am not saying that you are wrong. And then to say, call your father. When is your father supposed to show up? After the fact? After the fact? It's too late now. Do you know that this police officer could have brought out his gun? Do you know that he could have fired? Do you know that it could have been a mistake and he could have hurt your son? Then what? If you were my wife, I would be very mad with you. Because if you want to be hot-headed, erratic and crazy, do it on your own time. Don't do it with our child in the car. Once you drive off, you now tell your son, darling, this is how you handle the police. They're not reasonable and they will lie. But you have to water cooler the situation at all times. That is a perfect example to show how your son can behave when it comes to erratic police. Because what you don't want is for police to come to your door to say that your son is no more. Then this no longer matters. This no longer matters. It no longer matters. Deal with it in court. That was why I gave you the story time. And I was single. But I have family. And I have a life I want to live. And I have friends that would really scream and say, you know what? Fumi was killed. Police. When? What? How? Who? That's how the screaming and shouting would be. I would not be here to see my son grow up. I would have shown, this is the worst example. That's why I'm doing this. Worst example. To this youth, you got to show them by example, not say. And in this case, your son had more common sense than you. Yes, he did. It was so traumatizing for this young man. So traumatizing. Why? Why? It wasn't worth it. It's not worth it. It's never worth it. It's never worth it. Police? No. Anywhere in the world, whether it's Africa, whether it's Europe, whether it's America, I never play with them. I never ever play with them. Say what you want to say. Do what you want to do. Let me go and I will report you. But I will never start there and be resisting arrest. What's the point? What's the point? Do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you what? I'll see you sooner than later.
Guys, my name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky, itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking